Well, I want to talk about the subject in the book Immortality in the CD, From Here to Immortality. We look at the top 20 longevity cultures on Earth who have 40 times the 100-year-olds we Americans do. 40 times. They have 100-year-old per 250 of their population. We have 100-year-old per 10,000, according to the New England Centenarian study by Harvard Medical School, which comes out every year. They have 40 times the 100-year-olds we do. Well, how can that be? Do they have better medical technology? No. The interesting thing about it, the top 20 immortality countries, the top 20 longevity countries, according to the National Geographic, this is where we got the numbers from the National Geographic, are all third world countries, all third world cultures. They are illiterate. They don't have any doctors. They have no doctors, no clinics, no hospitals, no insurance, private or government. They have no ambulance service, no 911, no pharmacy, no pharmaceuticals. They're still using grandma's herbs. So how can they have 40 times the 100-year-olds we do? You wouldn't go there for health care because you're looking at them and say, my gosh, these are all really backwards countries. They don't have anything. We have to appreciate that. I guess the only really good thing you could talk about when it comes to our medical system here in America is the emergency services. You got to love the emergency services because when they're sober, and of course Lucien Lepay, the guy who's the head of the Department of Public Health at Harvard Medical School, says 52% of emergency room medical doctors are intoxicated at any one time on alcohol, street drugs, or prescription drugs. And something like 73% of the medical students are intoxicated during their day in school. And so this is a very scary enterprise, right? Well, the top 20 longevity cultures, so what is it? Okay, well, first of all, they don't get killed as often because they're not visiting doctors. They don't have doctors. They don't get killed as often because they don't have drugs available to them. But most importantly, on the proactive side, on the positive side, they get all 90 essential nutrients. They live on a calorie-restricted diet, and they avoid all the bad stuff. Now, is that because they know anything? No. Well, who's going to build a drive-through to sell fried chicken and fried fish and all these fried potatoes and all that kind of stuff and carbonated drinks when there's no roads, no utilities, no cars, and these guys are moving around on burros? A couple of guys every day going through a drive-through in a burro isn't going to count for much. So just by default, they don't get the bad stuff that we do. Secondly, by default, they're also poor. They only can afford 900 calories a day. Americans, of course, we get 2,500 to 3,200 calories a day on the average per person, and they get about one-third, maybe even less than one-third of the calories we do. And so there they are. They get one-third of the calories, and again, it's by default. They're just poor, and it's not that they know the science of calorie restriction. And then they get all 90 essential nutrients, even though they live in different ecosystems. In the top 20 longevity cultures, they live in mountains and islands, and they live in tropical forests and deserts and grassy plains. So how do they get their 90 essential nutrients? Well, we show you in the book Immortality, and we show you on this CD, From Here to Immortality, how they get their 90 essential nutrients. And then here it comes. Here is the bottom line. By dumb luck, by absolutely dumb luck, they live in places that have all 60 essential minerals in their soil. And so when they burn wood, because they don't have utilities, so their universal fuel in these top 20 longevity cultures is wood. There's a universal fuel. They put what is called wood ashes. Really, it's the plant minerals that are left. So these trees suck up these 60-plus minerals. You burn the trees for wood, for fuel, for heat and light and cooking. And then they take the plant minerals, a.k.a. wood ashes, put them in the garden, and the okra and the sweet potatoes and the corn and the tomatoes and the bell peppers and the peas and beans and so on, pick up these minerals, and they eat the food, and they get their minerals in that fashion. Well, we used to have the same thing. However, at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, Monday, September 4th, 1882, all that changed. Thomas Edison pulled the switch in the first electric generating plant in Pearl Street, New York, on the bluff overlooking the construction of the Brooklyn Bridge. Within 10 years, all the towns and cities in the industrialized countries had switched from wood as the universal fuel to electricity. And how many minerals, how many plant minerals, how many a.k.a. wood ashes are left over when you use electricity or fuel? Well, nothing in your house, that's for sure. And so where did we get our minerals after we stopped using wood ashes, a.k.a. plant minerals, for our fertilizing our gardens? Well, we don't get them anymore. Doctors say, just eat well, you get everything you need. As a result, they have a consistent, constant, predictable, as gravity pool of patients who are severely minerally deficient. In the animal industry, we have triple lifespans. Remember, I'm a veterinarian and a physician. In the animal industry, we have triple lifespans. We've eliminated 900 different diseases, including all birth defects you can name, and 10 times that many you can't. In animals, because we don't have health insurance, We did that simply by giving them all known essential nutrients, 16 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 essential amino acids, 3 essential fatty acids in their food. We've tripled their lifespan. 60 years ago, an old dog was 8. Today, an old dog is 25. We've eliminated every birth defect you can name and 10 times that many you can't. We can do the same thing. There's no need for Down syndrome babies. There's no need for babies with cerebral palsy, cleft palate, cleft lip, spina bifida, hydrocephalocele, gastroschisis, where the babies are born with all their intestines and their bellies hanging out of their body because they didn't close as an embryo, all kinds of limb defects and digit defects, blindness, one eye in the middle of their forehead, co-joined twins, all that stuff is totally unnecessary. Totally unnecessary. It's just absolutely insane that these things are allowed to happen because of the nutritional ignorance of the medical system. So I urge everybody to get a hold of that book, Immortality, get a hold of the CD, From Here to Immortality, follow the instructions there, and you'll add 25 to 50 healthy years to your life. You don't follow those instructions, look out, look out, look out. Stay away from those medical guys. They'll get you, especially if you have good insurance. We'll be back after these messages.
Through his research as a veterinarian, Dr. Joel Wallach discovered that most health problems afflicting livestock can be prevented and even reversed. Many of these same health challenges also occur in humans. These too can be prevented and reversed. Doc's original formula, called the pig arthritis formula, alleviated all arthritis symptoms in animals. The same basic formula has been developed for humans, called the Pig Pack, which includes plant-derived minerals, a multiple vitamin complex, glucogel, and EFAs. Add to that Youngevity's OsteoFX Plus, a proprietary blend of liquid calcium, magnesium, and glucosamine. Now you have the Pig Pack Plus to make up the 90 essential nutrients Dr. Wallach has identified as necessary for sustained good health and longevity. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Good liver health is vital to your overall health. Did you know the liver is the largest gland in the body? Generating digestive enzymes, converting fat into fuel, controlling metabolism, regulating cholesterol in the blood, and neutralizing toxins and waste products. Decreased liver function can lead to debilitating diseases. Hepal, a proprietary blend exclusive to Prohoba International, can help support healthy liver function. Hepal is a blend of natural organic pollen extracts, including essential enzymes, botanical glutathione, which is considered to be one of the most powerful antioxidants for detoxifying free radicals and exogenous compounds, superoxide dismutase, and aloe vera, formulated to cleanse and support healthy liver function. If you'd like to have healthy liver function, call your local Youngevity distributor today, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities. According to the CDC, nearly half of all Americans take at least one prescription drug daily. For those over the age of 60, almost 40% are taking at least 5 medications every day, some of those drugs costing hundreds of dollars. Most people struggle to pay for these expensive drugs, but FDI Youngevity has the answer with discount pharmacy cards. You can get a 10% and on some drugs up to an 85% discount, up to a 35% discount on hearing aids, and up to a 60% discount on lab tests, even ones for your pets. This card never expires, and best of all, the FDI Youngevity card is free. That's right, I said free. Imagine the change in your life with extra change in your pocket. All because you're saving hundreds, if not thousands, on your medical costs with your FDI Youngevity discount card. Contact your local FDI Youngevity associate and find out how you could get your free pharmacy discount card. And remember, it's free!
With increasing rates of osteoporosis, it's becoming more and more evident that most Americans have low blood levels of calcium. Some would say,
I get all the calcium I need from dairy products.
Unfortunately, that's just not true. Besides, most dairy products are homogenized and can contain steroids and antibiotics that kill off good bacteria in the digestive system. Not to mention, the human body needs magnesium to make use of dietary calcium. That's why Youngevity developed OsteoFX Plus, containing bioavailable plant-derived forms of vitamin D3, calcium, magnesium, zinc, copper, and glucosamine sulfate. OsteoFX Plus is formulated to support healthy bones and joints. Not to mention, OsteoFX Plus tastes great, unlike other products that taste like chalk or dirt. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
Okay, Doug, what pearls of wisdom do you have for us?
Well, remember the old saying, I heard this my whole life growing up, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Well, I've got a Fox News story here headlined, could an avocado a day keep the doctor away? They say eating avocados regularly improves your diet, and it may improve some key health markers. And this came out of the National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey from 01 to 08. And they crunched the data. They found those that eat avocados are associated with an overall better quality diet and higher levels of HDL and a lower risk of the metabolic syndrome, as well as lower body weight and a lower or a smaller, waist circumference. And so they go on to say that this was all published in the Nutritional Journal. And they say for current analysis, they examined the diet quality of 17,000 plus adults aged 19 or older who participated in this study. And they say of those, 347, or about 2%, ate avocados on a daily basis. The average intake was about a half of a medium-sized avocado. And they said that this was all based off of these 24-hour dietary recall questionnaires. Researchers calculated the diet using a quality of the USDA's Healthy Eating Index, and those that ate avocados every day had significantly higher intakes of fruits and vegetables in general, had lower intakes of sugar. Avocado eaters also had a higher total fat content or monosaturated fat intake, a polysaturated fat intake, as well as dietary fiber, vitamin E, magnesium, potassium, vitamin K, along with a lower intake of carbohydrates. And they said in a previous study they found that those that ate avocados regularly had a 19% reduction in the risk of coronary artery disease, and when the intake of monosaturated fat was increased by 5%. And they also found that the avocado eaters on average weighed about 8 pounds less and had a lower BMI, 26.7 compared to 28.4, were about 2 inches smaller around the waist, and had higher HDL levels on average about 55 milligrams compared to 52.6. Just imagine how much healthier they'd be if they got the whole 90 essential nutrients, not just vitamin E, magnesium, potassium, and vitamin K. Can you imagine how much healthier someone might be?
Well, you're exactly right, Doug. And, of course, the interesting thing about it is an avocado sandwich is made with the same amount of red meat that's in a hamburger. The avocado sandwich has more saturated fat in it than does the hamburger. And, of course, I said this in 1971, that heart disease and coronary artery disease was actually caused by the inflammation of the lining of the arteries by consuming oils. For salad dressings and cooking oils and fish that are packed in oils, they oxidize, turn into trans fatty acids, heterocycloamines, and acrylamides, all of which cause the inflammation of the arteries, which cause them to react by plugging themselves, right? As a response to this inflammation, they make scar tissue. And that the actual blood clot is due to an omega-3 essential fatty acid deficiency. It's kind of a crazy thing. It's just the opposite of what doctors would tell you. There's a guy by the name of George Francis who died at 112, and he lived on lard sandwiches, eggs, and dairy. He died at 112. So I'm going with George. Thank you, and I'm sure George threw a couple of avocados in there. Thank you so much, Doug, and we'll be back after these messages.
Let's head to Jackson, Mississippi, and Richard, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Oh, Richard, you're on the air.
Doc. I'm
Yes,
70
sir.
years old, 5'9", 200 pounds. I got two problems.
Okay.
When I walk quickly, after about 6 or 7 blocks, I started getting sort of a heavy chest, like in the center of my chest. So I'd stop and breathe deeply and then take about 3 minutes to start walking, and then I'd sweat a lot. So I haven't been doing that for about 5 months. That's my main problem. So I went to the doctors and I got a blood workup, and they want to do some isotopes, radioactive isotopes, and all that. So
Well, did they do something as Richard? Did they do something as simple as an EKG?
Yes.
And what did that show?
EKG's fine. Blood pressure's good. They said my glucose is 117, creatinine is 1.37. GFR 52 and BUN is 20.
Okay, wait a minute. Your creatinine is how much?
1.37.
Yeah, okay, that's kind of borderline. But anyway, basically, do you have a back problem, do you know?
Yeah, well, you mean lower back?
No, between your shoulder blades.
No, not at all.
Do you have lower back?
Well, this has just happened in the last, after I urinate once in a great while, it feels like there's some pressure in the lower back.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not.
Yeah, you're 70 years old. The odds are, you're 70 years old. The odds are you have some degenerative disc disease in the back. Have you shrunk that you know of any half inch, an inch since you were 20 years old?
Maybe. I've been pretty active playing tennis.
Well, that doesn't. Okay, being pretty active doesn't answer the question. See, I need to know whether you've shrunk a half inch or not. And basically, what happens is when you shrink, the discs get thinner, the vertebrae get closer together, and they begin to smash the roots of the spinal nerves coming out from between the vertebrae. And there's 4 vertebrae in the first part of the back, the thoracic spine, T1, 2, 3, and 4, and there's 3 discs in between them. When they get thin, those 4 vertebrae get closer together, and they begin to smash the roots of those spinal nerves, and people can get what's called atrial fibrillation, which may or may not show up on the EKG unless they have you change your positions. In other words, they need to do an EKG and then have you bend over and touch your toes, do your EKG again, then have you go backwards, lean over as backwards as far as you can, and then do your EKG again, twist from side to side, do your EKG again, and so on, change positions until you can't smash those nerves. At any rate, I would get another opinion. I wouldn't be, they sort of leading you along here, get you isotope stuff, and they say, well, that's inconclusive, and we might as well just put a pacemaker in you, and a defibrillator, and then, oh gosh, we better put you on the heart transplant list. I'd get another opinion from a local cardiologist, and we'll be back after these messages. Okay, Doug, let's go right back to Mississippi and Richard. Richard, basically, what I would do, and it can't hurt since you weigh just about 200 pounds, I would have you take 2 of the Healthy Start packs per month, 1 ounce of the OsteoFX Plus at breakfast and dinner, 2 scoops of the Beyond Tangerine NutriCrystals at breakfast and dinner, 3 of the EFA Pluses twice a day, 3 at breakfast, 3 at dinner. That's all be taken care of by the 2 Healthy Start packs per month. And then I would get the Rebound. That's our sports drink that has 100 nutrients in it, and drink that before you go on your walks. And then, get another opinion from another cardiologist, and don't get into that downward spiral of going from one step to the next with these guys. If your EKGs are normal, the odds are you're normal, okay, in your heart. You can have heart symptoms without having heart problems. It's usually a back problem. Okay, call me when you find out more information. All right, Doug, let's go to callers.
Let's head to Durham, North Carolina, and Alex, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Well, Alex, you're on the air.
How you doing, sir? Thank you for taking the call.
Thank you. How can I help you? What's up?
Well, I got some things going on with heart palpitations, dry tongue and mouth with some possible coating on it. I'm thinking indicating maybe candida. Dry skin, some blood in my stool, maybe IBS, and my gums are receding, I noticed, and some lower back pain as well.
Okay, how much do you weigh?
192, 6 feet tall.
That's close enough. Do you have any diagnosed diseases like high blood pressure, diabetes, anything like that?
I was diagnosed as being borderline diabetic, and my pressure is kind of up and down.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, you may, and with dry skin, belly pain, heart palpitations, receding gums, which is osteoporosis of your face, prediabetes, all this is sort of moving towards probably a gluten intolerance. You can't absorb nutrients very well. And so I'd get rid of all the bad stuff. No gluten, which means no wheat, barley, rye, or oats in any shape, way, or form. I'd get a hold of that CD called Serial Killers, so you can actually hear all the places that gluten is hidden. Even in dry dog food and dry cat food is loaded with gluten, and that'll get you. And then you need to give up fried foods, processed meats, and nitrates and nitrites and oils, meaning margarines, mayonnaise, salad dressings, cooking oils. If you're eating canned fish, you got to be packed in water, mustard, tomato sauce. Then, at close to 200 pounds, give or take a little bit, I'd have you take 2 of the Healthy Start packs per month. That's 1 ounce of the OsteoX Plus at breakfast and dinner, 2 scoops of the Tangerine Nutri-Crystals at breakfast and dinner. I'd have you take 3 of the Sweeties twice a day, 3 at breakfast, 3 at dinner. That's 2 bottles a month, and that's to deal with the pre-diabetic state. If you're not on medication, I would still do a fasting blood sugar, so you kind of keep an eye on it. Do that once or twice a week and keep a log, write it down with a date so you know what's going on. Because you have a history of irregular heartbeat and palpitations, I would definitely take what we call the Ultimate Daily Tablets. I'd take 3 of those twice a day. That's 1 bottle a month. That's going to help support and promote healthy blood flow through arteries and veins. It will support and promote healthy blood pressure. And I would also take 5 of the glucogel 3 times a day. 5 at breakfast, 5 at lunch, 5 at dinner. That's 2 of the large 240-count bottles of glucogel. And that's going to support and promote maintenance and repair of cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue, disc between the vertebrae, bone, matrix, bone itself. And you were very good to identify the IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, which is one of the major syndromes that occur when you have gluten intolerance. Call me in 2 weeks. Let me know how it's going. Okay, we'll be back after these messages. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
Let's head to Maryland. And Ralph, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hello, Ralph. You're on the air.
Hello, Dr. Wallach. I was calling today about a gentleman who has throat cancer and what you would suggest.
Okay. Anytime you have cancer, regardless of the type, of course, when you have anything going on with the digestive system from the mouth all the way down to the other end, people don't feel very good, and they don't want to eat very much after a while. They're not big in eating. They'll lose weight, not only from the medical treatment, but also from just not eating. So good nursing care is going to be extremely important here. Do you know how much this guy weighs?
He's about 140 pounds.
Okay. And does he have any other issues I need to know about? Diabetes, high blood pressure, arthritis?
No, not to my knowledge.
Okay. All right. So what I would do is get rid of the bad stuff, things that drive cancer. Absolutely no fried foods of any kind, no exceptions. Absolutely no oils. That means no margarines, mayonnaise, salad dressings, cooking oils. Absolutely no oil that is there in canned fish. They have to be packed in water, mustard, tomato sauce if you can eat things like canned tuna and salmon and canned sardines, etc. And then, obviously, no deli slices, no sausage, no sandwich meats, nothing that's processed meats with nitrates and nitrites. And I would also get him off of gluten, no wheat, barley, rye, or oats. Now, what I do want him to eat lots of are things like sweet potatoes. He'll be able to get nice calories in there. It's a very healthy way to get calories for maintaining weight, good fiber. There's no gluten in a baked sweet potato with butter and some cinnamon on it. You can also do the same thing with baked squash with butter and cinnamon. They both will taste like pumpkin pie if you do that. And then I want him to have high-quality proteins. This means eggs. He could have, at 140 pounds, he could have 8 to 10 poached eggs a day, high-quality protein, high-quality fats. I would also have him eat a couple of avocados a day. We have these meal replacers that are liquid. This is a Slender Effects weight management system. You make them with water, it's a weight loss product, but if you make them with heavy whipping cream, throw a couple of eggs in there, 2 servings a day, get 4 eggs of the 6 eggs into him, just by putting 2 eggs in each of the servings of the Slender Effects shake, again, made with heavy whipping cream. Then from a standpoint of supporting his body's needs for nutrients, I'd have him take 2 healthy start packs per month. He's right on that cusp. If he was 150 pounds, it would be standard for him to have 2 healthy start packs per month. Because he has a life-threatening disease here, I'd go still with 2 healthy start packs per month. That's 1 ounce of the OsteoFX Plus at breakfast and dinner, 2 scoops of the Beyond Tangerine NutriCrystals at breakfast and dinner, 3 of the EFA Plus at breakfast and dinner, all would be accomplished by the 2 healthy start packs per month. I'd have him take 9 of our Ultimate Selenium a day, 3 at breakfast, 3 at lunch, 3 at dinner. That's 3 bottles a month, and that's going to support and promote healthy support of the immune system. It's going to help support a recycling of glutathione, which is one of the best antioxidants produced by the human body. And then I'd have him take what we call Z-Radical. Z-Radical is a liquid. It's actually going to support the immune system. And then also, I'd have him get his ORAC points, his antioxidant points above 100,000 per day. And he can do that with 6 of our triple treat chocolates a day, 2 at breakfast, 2 at lunch, 2 at dinner. If he doesn't like chocolate or he's allergic to it, he can also do 5 of our Cell Shield RTQ capsules a day. R for resveratrol, T for turmeric, and Q for quercetin. And he can take 5 of those twice a day. And getting rid of the bad stuff is equally important in these cases as good nursing care and also the supplement program to support the body's just basic needs for life. And then you throw in some extra things to support the immune system, which is your best friend when you have any type of cancer. Obviously, if he has any history of smoking and stuff like that, he's got to get rid of that, or chewing tobacco, anything where he has access to tobacco products. Even if it's secondhand smoke, I'd keep him away from it. Then call me every couple of weeks. Let's walk through this one together. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
Let's head to Las Vegas, Nevada, and Jennifer, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Well, Jennifer, you're on the air.
Hi, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Recently, I had a failed root canal, and the infection is eating away at the bone. Right now, I'm on amoxicillin, and the dentist wants to do an extraction, a bone graft, and then an implant. Is there anything I can do besides?
Well, there's something certainly you can certainly try, because I don't know the blood supply there. I haven't seen the X-rays myself, but certainly there's something you could try. There is a possibility. Basically, when you have a root canal, usually you have facial pain, and the doctor will take the root out, and so there's no sensory feeling there. That you still have the same problem, but they've taken the nerve out, and so there's no pain. Now, oftentimes this will be due to osteoporosis of the skull, and you might have what's called trigeminal neuralgia, where you have pain in either the upper arcade in your upper jaw or your lower arcade in your lower jaw. These pain can be due to trigeminal neuralgia, which is caused by a squeezing of the 5th cranial nerve as it comes out from behind your ear. Do you have any other issues I need to know about? Things like high blood pressure? Do you have arthritis, noisy joints?
I already had a sickle cell, and I'm already on the Healthy Start Pack, the selenium, and the de-stress capsules.
Okay, great. Good girl. Super. And so the only thing I would throw in there that you haven't spoken of would be the Killer Biotic, okay, which is our blend of 8 herbs, which actually will support, again, the immune system, but also 2 of the 8 herbs are antimicrobial, will kill bugs. I'd have you take, what do you weigh, Jennifer?
160, and I'm 6 feet tall.
6 feet tall. Good girl. I bet you played some basketball.
I was too slow and too tired.
Okay. All right. So I would definitely have you take 9 of those Killer Biotic capsules a day, 3 at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. There'll be 3 bottles a month of that. And let's see here. I would also make sure you're taking 2 of the Healthy Start packs per month, because 160 pounds. And I would get an extra quart of the OsteoFX Plus. You could take a 1/3 ounce of that at bedtime with a glass of water. You could take an ounce with each meal, or take the 1/3 ounce at bedtime with a glass of water. That'll help in that area. And then it wouldn't hurt to take some of our Envision colloidal silver and put a dropper full around the gums of that particular tooth where you have the infection, and just hold it there for 5 or 10 minutes where you're watching TV or reading or something, like tilt your head, whatever you have to do to keep that pool of the colloidal silver around that tooth, and let the colloidal silver also assist the antibiotics in killing the bug, and the Killer Biotic to killing the bugs. And then our goal here with all this extra minerals and everything is to, again, to support and promote maintenance, repair of cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue, disc between the vertebrae, bone matrix, and bone itself. So that's kind of the direction I would go. And I'd give it a little bit of time. There's no urgency to start. I just don't like extracting teeth to put somebody else's bone in you. When they're going to do a bone graft, even if they take it from yourself, these things are potentially dangerous or problematic. If you've got an infection in your jaw now, I wouldn't be doing surgery and all that kind of stuff. I just don't like it. It oftentimes turns out badly, and there's nothing worse than having to amputate your face because of massive infection. I've had people die who listened to the dentist when they did those things. Be the conservative first. We'll be back after these messages. We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Longevity in the 90 for Life Crusade. And Doug, let's go to callers.
Let's head to Texas. And Renee, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hello, Renee, you're on the air.
Hi, Doc. Hey,
Hi, what's up?
Doc, my husband was in a motorcycle collision with a deer, and he got pretty banged up. He had 3 skull fractures with, severe brain injury, and he was in ICU for a week. He's been recovering well, and I'm thinking that a lot of it had to do with being on your Healthy Start Pack.
Mm-hmm.
I think we were on it for 3 months before it happened.
Wow, that's good.
And, now with bringing it to the hospital and whipping it in his yogurt, applesauce, juice, water, everything. And he is back at work. He's he's in a professional position, and I think your nutrients really helped a lot.
Well, thank you so much for the testimony. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
Yeah, he's still getting pretty bad headaches, vertigo, and he has an anger frustration issue that he never had before. Things will irritate him where, before it would have been a non-issue. And I'm just wondering if there's other things we can add to his
program.
protocol.
Sure, absolutely. Well, one of the things I would add to his protocol would be what we call Smart FX. Smart FX are DHAs and EPAs, and they're the raw materials for the brain to make neurotransmitters for memory, for cognition, problem solving, that sort of thing. They tend to be missing when people have anger problems because they can't solve simple things that they used to before, and it is very frustrating. And so some people will act out, with anger because they're missing those particular neurotransmitters. There's a lot of domestic violence and workplace violence and that kind of stuff occur simply because people are deficient in things like the DHAs and EPAs, lithium and all kind of stuff. Wouldn't hurt to take an extra ounce of the minerals. How much does your husband weigh?
He's 5'6", weighs about 165, very athletic build.
Okay, good. Well, it wouldn't hurt for him to take another ounce of minerals then a day, added to, if he's on 2 Healthy Start packs per month would be great. 2 Healthy Start packs per month, throw in an extra ounce of minerals at a different time. So if he's having 1 serving of the Healthy Start pack and 3 ingredients at breakfast and again at dinner time, he could take an ounce of minerals. At bedtime with a glass of water, he should be drinking the Rebound or a sports drink, which has 100 nutrients in it instead of just water or things like juices even, which have a lot of sugar in them. That's kind of the way I would go. I'd have him eat high-quality proteins with some cholesterol in them to help rebuild the brain. 75% of our brain weight is the white matter of the brain, which is myelin, the insulation material, and it's makes up 75% of the brain weight, and it's almost 100% cholesterol. And so oftentimes taking in some good cholesterol from some poached eggs.
Yeah, we're eating a lot of eggs.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, a guy his weight, he could eat 6-8 eggs a day. I weigh 162, and I try to eat a minimum of 8 to 10 eggs a day. And I have them poached. Like this morning, I had steak and eggs for breakfast this morning. I'll have a small 4 to 6 ounce steak, a little New York or a little sirloin steak, or a baked hamburger or a patty with 4 to 6 poached eggs with some sliced tomatoes or fruit. That's my typical breakfast. And you can get this just about at any breakfast place or certainly at home. And so those are the sort of things. Here's a case where good nursing care and a couple of extra supplements are going to make a huge difference. And we thank you so much for the testimony. We're so glad your husband was taking the supplements before he got in the accident. and I hope at least he got to eat the deer. Okay, Doug, do we have enough time to squish in another one?
We're just about 20 seconds away from old music here.
Okay, well, I will just take it and remind people to, if you want to add 25 to 50 healthy years to your life, be sure you get on the 90 for Life program and get a hold of that book, Immortality, get a hold of the CD From Here to Immortality, and learn the secret of the top 20 longevity cultures and how they actually have 40 times 100-year-olds we do without doctors, pharmaceuticals, and insurance. That's right. They have 40 times 100-year-olds we do without doctors, without insurance, and without health care. I mean, you got to be kidding me. It's true. Get Immortality. Contact your longevity associate today. Okay, well, thank you so much, Doug and Susan. Superlative job as usual. God bless each and every one of you. God bless our troops. God bless our Navy SEALs. And God bless America.
Hi everyone, Andy Anderson here. Are you using those handy little bottles of gel that zap germs, bacteria, and other nasties? In today's world, that's smart, especially with all the filthy doorknobs, shopping carts, and handrails we touch every day. Here's what you may not know. Once the alcohol evaporates, goodbye effectiveness. No more protection until you use it again. PureWorks to the rescue. Our FDA-compliant foam, lotion, soap, and spray do not rely on alcohol. Their killing power lasts up to 4 hours. PureWorks disinfecting spray is EPA certified to kill swine flu, bird flu, MRSA, HIV, hepatitis B and C, and a whole host of viruses and bacteria. Mold and fungus too. It's even safe around children and pets. You'll love the soft feel of PureWorks on your hand. It actually conditions and will not dry your skin. Here's a little peace of mind knowing your hands are still germ-free hours later. Get your hands on PureWorks and get PureWorks on your hands. Stand by. Pull out your paper and pencil for your local number to order PureWorks.
You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Longevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Longevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463. 3463.
I am Judy DeVilbus. Here I am speaking to you again. I just wanted to tell you that recently I started drinking the Whey Shakes again, the chocolate Whey Shake. And you need to remember, the Whey Shake isn't just for losing weight. It's a fantastic place to get your great protein. And if you're trying to gain weight, you can take it along with your meals. And the best part is, if you want to just have a great protein shake, do like I do. Put it over ice, stir it up, and you can sip on it for 20 minutes to an hour. I do it every single day. I absolutely love it. You need to get back to it too. It's really good for you. And it makes not fat, but it makes muscle after you work out. And you can also mix it up in a blender with an egg, and you have the most incredible health protein shake. Or mix it with a little water, stir it up, and you have a little pudding. And who doesn't like pudding?
For more information or to order, call your Longevity distributor today. And don't forget to ask about Longevity home-based business opportunities. We've all heard the term baby boomer referring to those born from 1946 to 1964. There are an estimated 80 million baby boomers, with the first wave hitting the Social Security and Medicare systems in recent years, with more to follow. Many healthcare experts are predicting epidemics of Alzheimer's, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and cancer among this group. However, these impending epidemics can be averted, as there is a new group emerging. This group we call the baby bloomers, because despite their chronological age, they are still physically fit, active, working, and playing. They've heard Dr. Wallach's message regarding diet, lifestyle, and nutritional supplementation. So while many around them diminish in health and vitality, they are blossoming and blooming into vibrant, healthy, on-the-go people. Wouldn't you rather be a Longevity baby bloomer? If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Longevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
If you've been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, prediabetes, or the metabolic syndrome, and you're tired of seeing your blood glucose levels rise and fall like a ship on the ocean, but you don't want to take those drugs the rest of your life, Youngevity has an alternative. A product called Sweeties has been developed just for you. Used as part of your regular diet, Sweeties helps maintain healthy blood sugar levels, a formulation specially designed to nutritionally assist your body with the regulation of your blood sugar level. Sweeties supports healthy glucose metabolism because it's fortified with aspartic acid, chromium, and vanadium, all to help you promote healthy blood sugar levels. If you want to get off those drugs and control your blood sugar metabolism naturally, try Youngevity's Sweeties product. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
Hi, this is Dr. Joel Wallach, your host of Dead Doctors Don't Lie. If you're interested in a colon cleanse, blood cleanse, liver cleanse, in the classical herbal way, you want to ask your Youngevity associate for Herbal Rainforest. Herbal Rainforest has 16 herbs, 16 cleansing herbs, classic cleansing herbs, and 77 plant minerals. That's right, and these are all organic. It doesn't get any better than that. In your busy day, and you're around all these toxins out there in your workplace, on the way home, going to work, in your food, in the air, in the water, you need Herbal Rainforest. I guarantee you, it will give you a cleanse. You can control the dose. It's a liquid. It tastes good. It doesn't get any better than this. A colon that's happy makes you happy. Nothing better than a happy colon. Herbal Rainforest. Clean it out.
For more information on this product or others you've heard about on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie radio program, call your local Youngevity associate today. And don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Greetings, everyone. Judy DeVilbus here. What do you think of when you hear the words tangy tangerine? Well, I think of like a sweet, tangy tasting something. Well, what I'm referring to is the Ultimate Tangy Tangerine. It's a fantastic product. It has everything you need, and a great benefit is it's very, very delicious. It's very easy to drink. I've suggested it even to youngsters. Even children like it. Even little guys. Even little girls. They come right into my office. Their parents can't get them to take those chewables. And besides that, they're not as good as Tangy Tangerine. And I give them a little taste of that, and you know something? They're pleased as punch. So, if it's good for a child and it tastes delicious, why not you? There's no excuse not to take a vitamin when it tastes as good as that does. So how about it? Tangy Tangerine should be the answer to all of your nutritional program problems.
For more information or to order, call your Youngevity distributor today. And don't forget to ask about Youngevity home-based business opportunities.